Amid much speculation, archaeologists in Egypt have unsealed a massive black sarcophagus, a huge coffin found at a construction site in Alexandria. Some have been wondering if it might reveal the body of Alexander the Great or unleash a deadly curse.
Finding the tomb of Alexander is the dream of every archaeologist. It's the Holy Grail.
Greek ruins dating back to 300 BC still stand today. But what if Alexander the Great's golden tomb held secrets that could rewrite history? Over the decades, there have been numerous attempts to conduct a full archaeological excavation of the entire city. Join us as we explore this legendary burial site and other archaeological discoveries filled with mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Number 1. The Tomb of Alexander the Great. In a small village in northern Greece, ancient tombs hold treasures from the family of Alexander the Great. This place, called Vergina, was once known as Aigai, the old capital of Macedon. It's where Philip II, Alexander's father, made significant reforms that strengthened the military and transformed the region. Philip was assassinated in 336 BC, and his remains were cremated and placed in a royal tomb nearby. After Alexander's death, wars and invasions caused the tombs to be buried and forgotten for over 2,000 years. Then, in 1977, Greek archaeologist Manolis Andronikos made a groundbreaking discovery: 2 untouched tombs filled with ancient treasures. Among the findings were swords, shields, pottery, gold items, and the bones of a man believed to be Philip II. His remains showed signs of royal treatment, including gold melted on his bones, suggesting he wore a gold wreath or mask when cremated. There were also mysterious remains of a woman with unique armor, hinting at a possible Scythian origin. These tombs, now part of a museum in Vergina, offer a rare glimpse into ancient Macedonian history, preserving artifacts from Philip and Alexander's time. Like and subscribe right now, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week. Number 2. Alexander's Palace in Aigai, Vergina. The Palace of Aigai in Vergina, Greece, where Alexander the Great became king of Macedonia over 2,400 years ago, has reopened to visitors. Known as the royal metropolis of the Macedonians, this impressive palace spans about 16,100 square feet. It was largely constructed by Alexander's father, Philip II, in the 4th century BC, and was the largest building in Greece at the time. The restoration of the palace took 16 years, costing over $21.9 million, with support from the European Union. The project involved excavating the site, documenting the discoveries, and preserving key artifacts. Around 15,000 square feet of mosaics, marble floors, and ancient columns were carefully restored to maintain the palace's original grandeur. Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis reopened the palace, noting that it was here that Alexander ascended the throne after his father's assassination in 336 BC at the age of 20. Alexander would go on to conquer vast territories from Greece to Egypt, Iran, India, and beyond. His reign marked the beginning of the Hellenistic period, which lasted until the rise of the Roman Empire. Though the palace was destroyed by the Romans in 148 BC, it remains a powerful symbol of history and heritage for humanity. Number 3. The royal tombs at Vergina. King Philip II, Alexander the Great's father, was severely injured in his leg by a lance in 339 BC, leaving him with a permanent limp. He was assassinated 3 years later in 336 BC. In 1977 and 1978, archaeologists uncovered 2 male skeletons in tombs at Vergina, Greece. One tomb also contained the remains of a woman and a newborn child. Initially, experts believed Philip II was buried in Tomb 2, but the skeleton found there did not show signs of his leg injury. However, the male skeleton in Tomb 8 had a knee injury that caused a limp, with a hole in the bone, likely from a lance wound. Using modern forensic methods, researchers discovered that this injury had healed long before the individual's death. Given the skeleton's age, approximately 45 years, tomb is now believed to be the final resting place of King Philip II, alongside his wife Cleopatra and their newborn child. Tomb the Coup, meanwhile, contains stunning artwork, including a famous painting of the abduction of Persephone. Number 4. 2500-year-old mummy tomb. Opened in Egypt. In a recent archaeological event in Egypt, experts opened a 2500-year-old mummy coffin in front of a live audience for the first time. The coffin was one of 59 wooden sarcophagi discovered in burial shafts at Saqqara, an ancient necropolis near Cairo. Saqqara once served as the primary cemetery for the ancient city of Memphis, and this discovery has provided fascinating new insights into Egyptian burial practices. During the event, a mummy was revealed inside a well-preserved wooden coffin wrapped in an intricate burial cloth. The coffin likely belonged to a priest or high-ranking official, and the moment was captured and widely shared on social media, attracting significant attention. These coffins had been sealed for over 2,000 years, with some containing around 400 small funerary figurines. This discovery provides a rare glimpse into ancient Egyptian burial customs and religious beliefs. Number 5. Tutankhamun's tomb. The tomb of Tutankhamun, also known as KV62, is the burial site of the young pharaoh from Egypt's 18th dynasty, circa 1332 to 1323 BC, located in the Valley of the Kings. Unlike other grand royal tombs, Tutankhamun's tomb is smaller and less elaborately decorated, likely due to the pharaoh's sudden death, requiring a tomb that wasn't originally intended for him. The tomb consists of 4 chambers, an entrance staircase, and a corridor. Despite its modest size, it was filled with over 5,000 artifacts, including Tutankhamun's famous gold burial mask, chariots, weapons, and other treasures that offer insight into the royal life and customs of ancient Egypt. Among the treasures were coffins, furniture, jewelry, and clothing. Though tomb robbers broke in twice shortly after the pharaoh's burial, most of the artifacts and the mummy remained undisturbed, hidden under debris. The tomb escaped significant looting throughout later centuries. In 1922, archaeologist Howard Carter and his team made the groundbreaking discovery of the tomb, which became a global sensation due to the wealth of artifacts it contained. Despite rumours of a curse following the death of Carter's financial backer, the tomb offers an incredible window into ancient Egyptian life and its royal treasures. Today, many of the tomb's items are housed in museums, while the mummy and coffin remain in the tomb. Number 6. Qin Shi Huang's tomb, China. The tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, was discovered by accident in 1974 when farmers digging for a well unearthed a terracotta warrior. This accidental find led to a major archaeological excavation, revealing 3 massive underground chambers filled with life-sized terracotta soldiers. Each warrior is uniquely detailed, with remnants of original paint, and no 2 figures are identical, differing from any previously known tomb figures. Qin Shi Huang, born Ying Zheng, became the king of Qin and later unified China in 221 BC, bringing an end to the Warring States period. He declared himself Shangdi, or First Emperor, and his reign brought sweeping changes to leadership and governance in East Asia. His tomb remains one of the greatest archaeological finds, with the vast terracotta army providing a remarkable glimpse into ancient Chinese culture and the emperor's desire for protection in the afterlife. His tomb complex is vast, spanning approximately 6.3 square kilometers, 3.9 square miles, with a large burial mound at its center. The complex also includes the famous army pits, located about 0.75 miles from the central mound. Despite ongoing excavations since 1974, only a small portion of the site has been uncovered, and new discoveries continue to emerge each year. Number 7. The Valley of the Kings, Egypt. The Valley of the Kings is one of Egypt's most significant archaeological sites. For nearly 500 years during the New Kingdom period, 18th to 20th dynasty, tombs were carved into the rocks to serve as final resting places for pharaohs and nobles. Located on the west bank of the Nile, opposite the ancient city of Thebes, now Luxor, the valley is divided into two main sections: the East Valley, where most of the royal tombs are found, and the West Valley, also called the Valley of the Monkeys. To date, 65 tombs have been discovered, including KV5, which contains more than 120 chambers dedicated to the sons of Ramesses II. The tombs are decorated with intricate scenes from Egyptian mythology, providing valuable insights into burial practices and beliefs about the afterlife. While many of these tombs were looted long ago, they still offer a glimpse of the wealth and power held by Egypt's ancient rulers. The valley gained worldwide fame with the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 and was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1979. It remains a major attraction for researchers and tourists alike, with ongoing excavations and a newly established visitor centre. Number 8. The Tomb of Cyrus the Great, Iran. The tomb of Cyrus the Great, the founder of the Achaemenid Empire, is a significant historical and architectural monument located in Pasargada, Iran. This ancient mausoleum is notable for its engineering design and is believed to be the oldest structure in the world to use base isolation techniques, which help protect it from earthquakes. Like the Valley of the Kings, it has been recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The tomb was first identified as Cyrus's resting place in the early 1800s. Prior to that, it was known as the tomb of Madras Suan, believed by some to be connected to biblical figures. Venetian traveller Josephat Barbaro and others recorded the site in their writings, but it was James Justinian Morier who officially identified it as Cyrus's tomb in 1812. Morier described the structure as resting on a square base composed of large marble blocks stacked in 7 layers. The tomb features carvings and inscriptions that reflect the deep reverence for Cyrus. Interestingly, local tradition holds that women guard the tomb and only females are permitted to enter. Legends surrounding the site link it to various historical figures, adding to its enigmatic allure. Number 9. The Royal Tombs of Ur, Iraq. The Royal Cemetery at Ur, located in southern Iraq, is a key archaeological site dating back to the early dynastic Tutankhamun period, around 2600-2500 BC. This period marked a high point in Sumerian culture, with tombs filled with treasures and evidence of sacrificial burials. Excavations began in 1922, led by archaeologist Leonard Woolley with support from the British Museum and the University of Pennsylvania. Many of the discoveries from this site can be seen in museums today, such as the Iraq Museum in Baghdad and the British Museum in London. During the initial digs, Woolley started by digging test trenches to map out the ancient city. After a few unsuccessful attempts, he decided to dig deeper and uncovered various items like clay vases, limestone bowls, bronze artifacts, and beads. To encourage the workers to search for gold beads, Woolley offered them money, which led to the discovery of these treasures, even after workers repurchased some from local goldsmiths. The cemetery contains over 2,000 burials, with 16 royal tombs identified by Woolley based on their size, the wealth of grave goods, and evidence of large-scale rituals. Number 10. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, Turkey. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, also known as the Tomb of Mausolus, was built between 353 and 351 BC in what is now Bodrum, Turkey. It was constructed for Mausolus, a ruler in the Achaemenid Persian Empire, and his sister wife Artemisia II. Designed by Greek architects Satyrus and Pythias, the mausoleum stood about 45 meters, 148 feet, tall and was adorned with stunning sculptures. 4 renowned Greek sculptors, Leochares, Bryaxis, Scopas, and Timotheus, created intricate reliefs and statues totaling around 400 pieces. The mausoleum's beauty earned it a place among the 7 wonders of the ancient world, as listed by Antipater of Sidon. Unfortunately, it was damaged by earthquakes between the 12th and 15th centuries, becoming the last of the ancient wonders to be destroyed. The word mausoleum now refers to any above-ground tomb, thanks to this structure. Halicarnassus, the capital of Caria in the 4th century BC, was where Mausolus expanded his rule, taking inspiration from the monumental tombs of nearby Lycia. Number 11. The tomb of Ramesses II, Egypt. Ramesses II, often called Ramesses the Great, was one of ancient Egypt's most celebrated pharaohs, ruling from around 1303 BC to 1213 BC. He was the 3rd ruler of the 19th dynasty and is widely regarded as one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs, along with figures like Thutmose III. Ramesses II is famous for his military prowess, leading at least 15 successful campaigns, although his Battle of Kadesh ended in a stalemate. Known by his titles Ozymandias and Ramesses, he was also a prolific builder, establishing new cities and monuments, including Ramesses, his capital in the Nile Delta. His military campaigns expanded Egypt's influence into Canaan, Phoenicia, and Nubia. Ramesses II celebrated more said festivals, commemorating his reign's longevity, than any other pharaoh. He is believed to have died at the age of 90 or 91 and was initially buried in the Valley of the Kings. However, his mummy was later moved to a royal cache to protect it from tomb robbers and is now on display at the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization in Cairo. Despite not being born into royalty, Ramesses' family rose to power, and he became Prince Regent at around 14 years old, marking the beginning of his long and impactful reign. Number 12. Tomb of the Scythian king. Russia archaeologist Gino Kaspari from the University of Bern confirmed the discovery of an ancient Scythian prince's tomb in southern Siberia, known as the Khian. This burial site is thought to be the largest and oldest of its kind in the region, dating back to the 8th century BC, nearly a century older than any similar discoveries. Thanks to the area's permafrost, the tomb could contain valuable treasures, including gold jewellery, weapons, and possibly even a preserved ice mummy. The Scythians were nomadic warriors originating from Persia, modern-day Iran, who roamed Eurasia between the 9th and 1st centuries BC. Kaspari identified a circular structure in satellite images of the Uruk River Valley, which led his team to investigate. Their findings confirmed the site as a Khian, a royal tomb for a Scythian prince. This discovery is important because it offers new insights into the history of the Scythian Empire. Excavations led by German and Russian teams have also revealed treasures such as a gold necklace and the remains of horses, highlighting the wealth and culture of the Scythians. Number 13. Tomb of Seti I, Egypt. Seti I's tomb, known as KV-17, is one of the largest and most beautifully decorated tombs in Egypt's Valley of the Kings. Discovered by Italian explorer Giovanni Battista Belzoni on October 16, 1817, the tomb consists of 17 chambers, filled with well-preserved art. It was once thought to be the longest tomb in the valley, measuring about 137 metres, 450 feet, until the discovery of the tomb of the sons of Ramesses II. Seti I's tomb is unique, featuring a winding entry that leads to several corridors, all adorned with religious imagery and scenes of Seti I with the sun god Ra. One area, known as Corridor K, is still being explored, but much of it remains filled with debris. The ceilings are painted with golden stars on a deep blue background, a common feature in ancient Egyptian burial chambers. Although Seti I's mummy wasn't found in his tomb, it was later discovered in a royal cache with other mummies. His coffin was damaged over time, suggesting multiple attempts to restore the tomb and its contents. Number 14. Tomb of Darius the Great, Iran. The tomb of Darius the Great is located at Naqshi Rustam, near Persepolis, Iran, and is one of 4 royal tombs of the Achaemenid kings. Darius the Refn, who ruled from 522 to 486 BC, had his tomb clearly marked with an inscription. The other tombs are believed to belong to Xerxes, Detim, Darius II, and one unfinished tomb that may have been intended for Artaxerxes I or Darius III. Darius's tomb features a relief of him standing on a platform, receiving homage from the various nations of his empire. The tomb is carved into a cliff, approximately 10 meters above the ground, and has a rectangular structure with a sloping roof. Darius ordered its construction during his reign, and he is also known for building the grand structures of Persepolis. Naqsh-e-Rustam showcases the art and architecture of ancient Persia, with intricate reliefs depicting battles and royal ceremonies. Despite being looted following Alexander the Great's conquest, the site remains a powerful symbol of the once great Achaemenid Empire, which thrived from 500 to 330 BC. Number 15. Pyramid of the Sun, Mexico. The Pyramid of the Sun is the most prominent structure in Teotihuacan, Mexico, and one of the largest pyramids in Mesoamerica. Constructed around 200 CE, it stands along the Avenue of the Dead, near the Pyramid of the Moon and the Citadel. The Aztecs, who arrived long after Teotihuacan had been abandoned, named it the Pyramid of the Sun. The pyramid was built in 2 phases. The first brought it close to its final size, and the second completed it, making it about 225 meters, 738 feet wide, and 75 meters, 246 feet tall. This makes it the 3rd largest pyramid in the world, behind only the Great Pyramid of Giza. Originally, the pyramid was covered with colourful murals and a lime plaster finish, though much of that has eroded over time. While it's believed the structure was dedicated to a deity, archaeologists have not yet confirmed which one. In the 1970s, a network of caves and tunnels was discovered beneath the pyramid, containing artifacts like clay pots and figurines. In 2013, archaeologists uncovered a hidden pit at the top, containing pillars and a statue of the god Warat. Number 16. Tomb of Pakal the Great, Mexico. The tomb of Pakal the Great is located within the Temple of the Inscriptions in Palenque, Mexico. Each ancient Maya city was ruled by a king or queen, and it was believed that these rulers were responsible for pleasing the gods through sacrifices, prayers, and ceremonial parades. Pakal the Great, who ruled from 615 to 683 CE, is known for his remarkable contributions to Maya architecture and culture. His tomb was discovered in 1952 by archaeologist Alberto Ruz Luillier and was found to contain a highly decorated sarcophagus and numerous valuable artifacts, showcasing the wealth and sophistication of Maya civilization. Pakal, also known as Kinich Janab's Pakal, reigned for 68 years, making him one of the longest-serving monarchs in history. During his rule, he expanded palaces and built many significant temples. He was buried in a large stone sarcophagus inside the Temple of the Inscriptions, the largest pyramid in Palenque. His skeleton was found adorned with a jade mask and beaded necklaces. The lid of his coffin, a masterpiece of Maya art, depicts Pakal lying in the jaws of a serpent, symbolizing his journey to the underworld. This tomb provides valuable insight into the rich culture and spiritual beliefs of the Maya people. Asterisk asterisk. Number 17. Tomb of the Red Queen, Mexico. Asterisk asterisk. The Tomb of the Red Queen is located in Temple 13 in the ancient Maya city of Palenque, now a national park in Chiapas, Mexico. This burial site contains the remains of a noblewoman, possibly Lady Xoc, and 2 servants, dating back to between 600 and 700 AD. Archaeologist Fanny Lopez Jimenez discovered the tomb in 1994 while excavating the temple's stairs. It earned the name Red Queen because the noblewoman's remains and the items inside her coffin were covered in bright red cinnabar powder when unearthed. Palenque, a powerful Maya city near rivers and waterfalls, was known as Lamha, meaning big water. The city flourished from 200 to 600 AD, but began to decline around 800 AD, eventually being overtaken by the jungle. Spanish explorers visited Palenque in the late 18th century, but did not find the tombs. The Pyramid of the Inscriptions, the largest pyramid in the city, was built for the famous ruler Pakal. Temple 13, where the Red Queen's tomb was found, is smaller, about 12 meters high, with an external stairway leading to its summit. Number 18. El Castillo Pyramid Tomb, Mexico El Castillo, also known as the Temple of Kukulcán, is a step pyramid located in Chichen Itza, Yucatan, built by the Maya between the 8th and 12th centuries AD. It was dedicated to Kukulcán, the feathered serpent god, akin to Quetzalcoatl. The pyramid features square terraces with stairways on all four sides, each decorated with serpent sculptures. During the spring and autumn equinoxes, the setting sun casts a shadow that appears like a snake slithering down the steps, drawing thousands of visitors. El Castillo is renowned for its design and its connection to the Maya calendar. Each side of the pyramid has 91 steps, and when combined with the top platform, there are 365 steps in total, representing the days of the year. The temple at the top was used by priests for religious rituals, bringing them closer to the gods. Archaeologists have also uncovered earlier pyramids hidden within El Castillo, adding to its intrigue and mystery. Number 19. The Etruscan tombs of Cerveteri, Italy. The ancient necropolis of Cerveteri, a UNESCO World Heritage Site located near Rome, offers a remarkable insight into the Etruscan civilization, which thrived in Italy before the rise of Rome. Also known as Banditaccia, this extensive archaeological site covers around 400 hectares and contains thousands of tombs, providing a glimpse into Etruscan burial customs and artistic mastery from the 9th century BC onward. The tombs range from simple graves for the lower classes to grand, elaborate burial mounds for the wealthy and elite. The grand tumulus tombs are like miniature homes, complete with rooms, carved furniture, and vibrant frescoes. One of the most famous, the Tomb of the Reliefs, is adorned with images of animals and everyday objects, showcasing the Etruscan belief in an afterlife. Other tombs, known as dice tombs, are square in shape and arranged in a grid, resembling a modern city. The art and artifacts found in these tombs provide valuable insight into Etruscan life, illustrating their beliefs, trade, and culture. Number 20. Palace of Knossos, Greece Knossos, located on the island of Crete, was the capital of the legendary King Minos and a crucial hub of the Minoan civilization, which is recognized as the earliest advanced culture in the Aegean. Excavations led by Sir Arthur Evans uncovered a sprawling palace complex that highlighted advanced architectural techniques, vibrant wall frescoes, and a highly organized society. The excavation of the Grand Palace and other structures from this Bronze Age society began in 1900, revealing that it flourished between 1600 and 1400 BCE. The first settlers likely came from Anatolia around the 7th millennium BCE, forming an agricultural community. By the early Minoan period, they had developed bronze tools, pottery, and extensive trade networks, including with Egypt. The first palace was constructed around 2000 BCE, but was destroyed by an earthquake around 1720 BCE. A new palace rose in its place by 1580 BCE, featuring remarkable architecture and advanced plumbing systems. Minoan culture greatly influenced mainland Greece, paving the way for the Mycenaean civilization. The Mycenaeans took control of Knossos around the 15th century BCE, introducing the Linear B script. However, following a fire around 1400 BCE, Knossos declined, becoming a smaller town, though it continued to be inhabited. Number 21. The Great Palace of Constantinople, Turkey. The Great Palace of Constantinople, also known as the Bucolian Palace, was the principal residence of Byzantine emperors from the time of Constantine the Great to Alexios I. It served as the heart of the Byzantine Empire, much like the Palatine Hill in Rome. This vast complex featured numerous buildings and gardens, spanning an area of roughly 600 by 500 meters, with stunning views of the Sea of Marmara. Much of what we know about the Great Palace comes from historical records, as little archaeological evidence remains. Excavations have uncovered a grand hall and a courtyard with stunning mosaics depicting hunting scenes and mythological figures. Spanning nearly 8 centuries of construction, the palace grew into a sprawling complex, more like a city, with numerous buildings, gardens, and amenities. It was first established by Constantine, who connected it to the nearby hippodrome. During the reign of Justinian Wamant in the 6th century, the palace was expanded following damage caused by riots. New additions included the Magnara Hall, adorned with impressive mosaics that celebrated imperial victories. Palace of Nestor, Greece. The Palace of Nestor, located 17 kilometers north of Pylos, is the best preserved Mycenaean palace. This site is mentioned in Homer's Odyssey as the home of Nestor, a hero of the Trojan War. The palace once stood 2 stories high, and walls up to 1 meter tall still remain. Visitors can explore the layout, including the grand throne room where Nestor conducted state affairs. The throne room features a large circular hearth surrounded by columns that supported a balcony. There's even a bathroom with a terracotta tub, said to be where Nestor's daughter, Polycaste, bathed Telemachus. The palace was destroyed by fire around 1200 BCE, but archaeologists have uncovered remains of an older palace, along with workshops and a wine cellar nearby. Fresco fragments and Linear B tablets were also found, and many artifacts are now displayed in the museum in the nearby village of Chora. Herod's palace, Israel Herod the Great, who ruled Judea from 37 BCE to 4 BCE, built Herod's palace in Jerusalem in the last quarter of the 1st century BCE. It was the second most important building in the city, after the temple, and was situated along the northwestern wall of the upper city. Although it served as Herod's primary residence, he also built palaces in Masada, Herodium, and Caesarea Maritima. Today, little remains of Herod's palace, except for parts of its surrounding walls and towers, which are now known as the Citadel or Tower of David. The palace complex featured 2 main wings surrounding a large garden with 3 defensive towers. These towers were named after people close to Herod. Over time, the site became known as the Tower of David, a name still in use today. Built on an elevated platform, the palace also included banquet halls, baths, and accommodations for numerous guests. The Alhambra, Spain. The Alhambra is an exquisite palace and fortress located in Granada, Spain, constructed by Moorish kings. Its name, meaning the red in Arabic, likely derives from the reddish earth used in its walls. Construction began between 1238 and 1358 during the reign of Ibn al-Ahmar and his successors. The palace is renowned for its stunning decorations and beautiful gardens, although much of it suffered damage after the Moors left in 1492. Charles V later reconstructed parts of the Alhambra in the Renaissance style, unfortunately destroying some of the original structures in the process. Over the years, the site has endured additional damage from earthquakes and wars, but restoration efforts have continued into the 21st century. The Alhambra is perched on a plateau, offering picturesque views of Granada's historic Moorish quarter. Visitors enter through the impressive Puerta de las Granadas and proceed to the main entrance, the Puerta de la Justicia. Inside the Patio de los Arayanes, a lovely reflecting pond surrounded by myrtle and marble highlights the Alhambra's enchanting beauty and rich history. Asterisk asterisk. The Forbidden City, China asterisk asterisk. The Forbidden City is an impressive palace complex located in the heart of Beijing, China. Built between 1406 and 1420 for the Yongle Emperor of the Ming Dynasty, it was called Forbidden because access was restricted even for many government officials. Covering 178 acres, this site was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987 due to its historical significance and breathtaking architecture. The complex adheres to traditional Chinese Feng Shui principles, with key buildings oriented south to honour the sun. Notable landmarks include the Wu Gate, the Hall of Supreme Harmony, and the Imperial Garden. The Wu Gate serves as the main entrance and is one of the tallest structures, while the Hall of Supreme Harmony is the largest building home to the Emperor's throne. The inner court contains the Emperor's living quarters, while the Imperial Garden provides a serene escape with its ponds, trees, and sculptures. For over 500 years, the Forbidden City was the centre of Chinese power. Its significance is underscored by the dedication of archaeologists and historians who have worked tirelessly to uncover the secrets of ancient sites, including Alexander the Great's Golden Tomb and other enigmatic burial places. Each discovery unveils stories from our past that have been hidden for centuries. And as we continue to explore these ancient tombs, we may uncover astonishing truths waiting to be revealed.